I think that's very well spoken. We are not born Christ or Buddha, but we can die. Wonderful, very good thought. I tell you that all of you, the students of St. Stephen's College, have the potential to be great orators in your times. And I don't say this just as a matter of saying some fine words. I'm stating my conviction. And you've done very well today. And I can actually develop your thoughts for the next 5 days. Very happy that you've thought about it. You have added something. You've taken the thought a little further. And that's what I expect from you, because assembly is now becoming a collaborative enterprise. It's not a monologue anymore. Okay? I'm so delighted, and I encourage all others to make use of these opportunities and to impart your enrichment to this shared experience, which is one of the most important institutions within the grand institution called St. Stephen's College. Okay? Yesterday I was trying to introduce you very mildly and slowly to some of the expressions of purity. Right? Now perhaps today I should sort of root it a little bit in our context. Right now the World Athletic Championships are in progress. Where? Where? Anyone? Louder. Beijing. All right. The Bird's Nest Auditorium in China. Now you think of the athletes. They are able to perform at these incredible levels only because they keep their body and their mind pure. You cannot be an athlete if your body is not, I would say, 100% pure. There is a theory that Bruce Lee, the great exponent of Kung Fu, died because his body was too pure. I mean, it could be an exaggeration. There was not an ounce of fat on his body. Therefore, the fact remains that to perform at your best, you need to be pure. Now, the alternative is to consume or have recourse to performance-enhancing drugs. You understand? Now, drugs are impurities. The paradox of our times is that our faith is shifting from purity to impurity. You understand? And this is a good illustration. Somehow we believe that with the help of impurity, we can achieve great things. When I came to St. Stephen's College as a student, the drug culture was at its peak. There were many contemporaries of mine who were foolish enough to believe that if they consumed psychedelic drugs, narcotic drugs, they would reach some rarefied states in which their creativity would be activated at the highest levels. They all ended up in the pits. So, the deception which is peculiar to this age, that great achievements are possible through impurities, stands exposed. And that is why even if an athlete performs exceptionally well and outstrips everybody else with the help of performance-enhancing drugs, it is not counted. Because it is not an achievement at all. It is cheating. It's called cheating. It is not achievement, but it is cheating. So this is, I believe, a good contemporary illustration of the importance of maintaining one's purity. Okay? Right. Now let's proceed further. What are the expressions of purity? Yesterday, when the bell rang, I was trying to say something about unity. And I talked about the unity between the book that you read and yourself. Right? And unity has a large number of expressions. For example, the sense of oneness that you experience with your parents. The moment our purity is compromised, our sense of oneness with our parents is ruined. Then we begin to hide. Then we begin to be secretive. Till then, we were very eager to share everything with our parents. From that moment onwards, we begin to hide. And the quality of our life, our spontaneity, our happiness, our sense of wholeness within ourselves, all these things are undermined. So, what is seen as physical impurity becomes mental and emotional impurity, and the whole personality gets polluted. And it is virtually, metaphorically, at least metaphorically, it is death. Death of that fine, spontaneous, good, happy, ebullient self. Something of profound value is lost. And it's a very sad reality. And from that moment onwards, our capacity to perform at the highest levels is also compromised. In fact, the sad reality about human beings is that nobody is able to perform at his or her optimum best, because we are all living in a compromised way of life. Our norms and standards are derived from this state. So we really do not know what is the optimum for humanity. But we do have an intuition that we are not performing anywhere near our best. As I said in one of my previous addresses, every human being is living inwardly tormented by the awareness that we are low down in terms of what would have been our capacity of our true potential. Okay? This is understood. Now, the next expression of purity that I want to talk about is positivity. Now, positivity, being positive, I believe is one of the essential preconditions of being a good student. If you are not positive, whatever be the opportunities provided to you, whatever be the quality of services provided to you, you will never be able to make use of them. Negativity is like a closed door, a closed room, all sealed up, into which nothing can enter. A negative mind is like a tomb. One aspect of negativity is the unwillingness to listen to others. Right? You may be sitting in your classroom, but you're really not listening to the teacher. It's not uncommon these days to see students fiddling with their gadgets in the classroom when the teacher is giving a brilliant lecture. The problem is not with the lecture. The problem is with the negativity of the mind behind the instrument. And somehow, because we are infected with the virus of negativity, we do not understand the disservice we are doing to ourselves. We think, it's a done thing. What's wrong about it? Maybe it's a smart thing. There are some students who believe that they can study in 2 days what the teacher teaches in 2 months. In fact, a statement like that was made in this college last year by somebody who has later on been transferred into a national hero of free thinking. Now, all these are manifestations of negativity. You cannot receive anything, you cannot benefit from anything so long as you do not liberate yourself from this dark dungeon of negativity. And I cannot really explain to you the huge problem immanent in the problem of negativity adequately. For example, just examine yourself. Remember the great excitement that you experienced when you were selected for admission to St. Stephen's College. And ask yourself, how many of you experience the same excitement today? If you are today burdened with a sense of inconvenience at having to come to the college, attend classes, lectures, tutorials, labs, etc., you must understand the problem is one of negativity. You're already infected by it, but it's possible to overcome it. What we have to decide is to overcome the yoke of negativity, to throw it away. So when your mind says, don't go and attend class today, you have to say to yourself, listen, I am going to attend all classes, all tutorials. I am going to attend all special lectures in college. Not only that I am going to attend these lectures and academic co-curricular activities, I am also going to make notes. I'm going to study them. I'm going to master them. And I'm going to cultivate a great excitement about attending every lecture, every tutorial. I told the Vice Chancellor of Delhi University recently, for God's sake, abolish attendance. I believe that attendance is an insult. Why should there be an attendance requirement on students of 66.6%? It is an arrangement of negativity. It is imbued with the fear that if such coercive measures are not included in the system and the structure, students will not attend a single class. So be it. If a teacher cannot make his lecture irresistibly attractive, then so be it. And if students are all uniformly negative and they don't want to receive anything, so be it. One thing I can tell you, if you have a positive mind, even from the most mediocre lecture, there is something that you can receive on which you can build further. The problem is our intellectual passivity. We believe that we have to go sit there in the classroom, simply receive what the teacher is doing. Once the lecture is over, shut our minds like shops, walk away. No. Pick up the nuggets from the lectures, go home or go into the library, build on these nuggets of thought. Then you will become somebody great. And that's called positivity. Positivity is not merely openness to what others are willing to give. It is also the eagerness to make the best out of and to explore newer horizons on the basis of whatever is provided by others. And that is the most distinguishing insignia, hallmark of a Stephanian. When we say that St. Stephen's College is predicated on the principle of pursuing excellence, this is what we mean. You cannot be a Stephanian in spirit. You may be in name, but you cannot be a Stephanian in spirit if you don't cultivate this intellectual curiosity, this intellectual positivity, this creativity that comes out of positivity, by which you not only receive 100% of what is given to you, but also you do your 100% with whatever is received. And that is the yardstick by which I measure Stephanians. By that yardstick, this college has not produced many Stephanians. And I'm saying this to you openly so that you wake up to this. You know, one of the problems that stood in the way of people becoming genuine and authentic and vibrant Stephanians, this is this attitude of elitism. You know, elitism is the assumption that I have arrived. Elitism abolishes intellectual humility. Elitism breeds snobbery. Snobbery is negativity. And this cult of negativity has to be thrown out of this college once and for all. It has no place in an academic institution. We have not arrived. We are simply beginners in a pilgrimage of growth. Let it be clearly understood. St. Stephen's has no right to walk around with its nose up in the air. It is intellectual obscenity. It is dishonesty. We are humble beginners, but we are excited about what we can achieve. All right? So this comes out of purity. Every pretension, every posture of arrogance, every presumption of elitism is impure. It has no place. Is that clear to you? All right. So we have to become positive. And the secret of positive, you can't become positive by simply deciding to be positive, because positivity is the outcome of something else. Right? For example, I can't decide that I will be a gold medalist in, say, 100 meters dash. That's the outcome of long and arduous training. So I have to decide to work hard in the field. That's the decision. All right? And I have to remain true to that decision. So we take the decision to be good stewards of our own person, that we will not allow the kachada of our times, the garbage of our times, to cover us or to fill us, that we will preserve the purity of our being and reap the abundant harvest of purity in the form of excitement, in the form of unity with what is good, in the form of positivity which enables us to enter into the fullness of everything. Right? So this is one of the things we have to ask for. Right? What was the question? What are the things we may ask for? Right? We found out about 5 days ago that if you are asked as to what do you want, we will have no answers. So now we are thinking together so that we may have some answers. Now the next thing that you can perhaps ask for is, and I'm going to introduce through a Shakespearean reference. Has anyone read King Lear? King Lear is one of the 4 major tragedies of Shakespeare. You must read it. I think it's the most powerful tragedy by Shakespeare. You know, Lear had 3 daughters, Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia. He decides to divide his kingdom among them. The 2 elder daughters flatter him, mislead him. The younger daughter, Cordelia, tells the truth, so he gets offended. He is 80 years old, a little vain, so he disinherits her. And anyway, it's a long story. And finally, he is virtually robbed of everything. There was a time when he thought that he could not live without the paraphernalia of regality. 600 servants to attend to him, his crown, his staff of authority, so on and so forth. And finally, when he is separated from all these external things, and he is pushed onto the heath where there is nothing, and he is open to the buffetings of the wind, the cold and the chill, when he experiences in his body the harsh realities of the world, actually he kneels down and prays, "Oh, thou miserable wretch, wheresoever you are, that by the pelting of this pitiless storm, I had taken too little care of all this." And then he prays for himself. He says, "What is it that I want?" He says, "Give me patience. Patience is all I need." This is the exact quotation. "Give me patience. Patience is all I need." This is what we pray for. We must pray for patience. More of that later. Let's rise for prayer.